Hello. I'm just going to talk to you today about how to do a self-portrait using a mirror and a pencil. So let's just get started straight into it. Just quickly though, what I'm going to, oh, it's a bit weird doing this selfie thing, but what I'm going to point out to you before we even start drawing is that you have to realize your eyes are actually halfway up your head. They're not at the top of your head, which people always incorrectly draw. So if I use my pencil and I put my thumb where my chin would be and I line this up with kind of this part of my face, you'll see that if I go like this and then I go like that, and if I get my angle right and I sort of flatten across the top of my head, your eyes are halfway up your head. Okay. Anyway, we'll get into it, and I'll show you a few little tips. So I'll just turn this down here. This is a bit rudimentary, but here we go. So the first thing we want to start with is we want to have a nice oval egg shape, upside down egg. Okay, and you'll notice I'm not bending my wrist. I'm not going dash 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 dash. I'm not doing that sort of dash 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 drawing. I'm doing nice big lines like that. So the first thing is do a nice upside down egg shape like that, which is a bit narrow at the bottom and a bit wider at the top. And the optimum measurement here is a half. Okay, everything's a half. So I might just bring the move my iPad around this side. Okay, so the optimum measurement here is a half. Now if we come halfway across and put a little mark and I use my pencil to measure, I should be able to go, yep, that's about right. And using the side of the page with my finger, I'll draw a vertical line and just get close. And then halfway down, just get your pencil, pinch that to check it. See how it's not quite right? So I might just get my rubber, rub that mark out, put the mark a bit lower, and I'll check again. Hang on. That's not bad, that's close enough. And I'll do a horizontal line. Now, keeping to this measurement of a half, halfway between here and the center of your face is the center of your eye. And then halfway again between the center of your face and the edge of your head is the other center of the other eye. So these should be 4/4, and they should be all nice and even. Pretty quick. Halfway between here and the chin, put a mark. Perfect. And that's the bottom of your nose. Now, how do you draw a nose? Well, you kind of do this kind of a thing, and then you just put that. There's no line up here on a nose, okay? And then halfway between the bottom of the nose and your chin is your mouth. And a mouth sort of is a bit like that, and generally your bottom lip is often wider than your top lip. Okay, if we run a line up from the nose like that, nice and light, there's the side, there's your eyes. Your eyes are actually pretty big, and they go about like that. This distance here, these two distances, this distance and that distance should be pretty close to being even. That sort of helps you get the size of your eyes correct. And if you run some tears down from your middle of your eyes, that kind of gives you, just come inside that, that's the edge of your mouth. Now obviously you're going to have to drop your chin down a bit when you start drawing later on. Your ears are actually, if I can just get back into the camera again, your ears are actually in line with the bottom of your nose and the top of your eyes. Okay, so let's fix that one up. Let's sort that out. Whoops. I'm going to edit this video. Okay. So if your ears are in line with the top of your eyes, I come just above the eyes. I put a horizontal line just above the eyes, and then across the bottom of the nose I put another line. There's the top of the ears, and ears are generally wider at the top and narrow at the bottom. Where this line from your nose comes up and meets that line that I put just above the eyes for the ears, where that comes up, that's sort of where my eyebrows are I'm gonna put the eyebrows, and then put in your eyeballs, your irises actually. The neck tapers down. It doesn't go here. The neck tapers down from the ears and just sort of tapers in just a little bit like that, and then your sort of hair is added to the top of your head like that. It actually sits above your head a little bit, even if your hair's tied back nice and tight. All right, so that's kind of how you set out the proportions of a face.